Welcome to the weekly weather briefing from the National Weather Service in Spokane. Since Monday was Labor Day, this briefing is a special Tuesday version of our weekly briefing. We are expecting a relatively quiet weather week this week. Today will be dry over the majority of the inland northwest, but portions of northeast Washington and north Idaho will receive some light rain with a passing upper-level disturbance. For Wednesday through Saturday, high pressure will bring warming and drying to the region. Temperatures will be above average, and several days will feature light winds. A cold front is expected to arrive in the Sunday to Monday time frame, bringing the potential for breezy winds and increasing clouds. By Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we may see a couple days of rainy, breezy, and cool weather. Some much-needed precipitation has fallen over the last 7 days. This map is an estimate of the last 7 days of rainfall. Western Washington got the most significant rain during the last week, but Idaho also received good rains over the Labor Day weekend. Portions of the Panhandle got a ½ to 1.5 inches of rain. The dryland wheat country of the Palouse and West Plains picked up a ½ inch to 1 inch of much-needed rain for the winter wheat crop. Unfortunately, there was a corridor in central Washington from Omak to Yakima that received very little measurable rain. This corridor includes some of the state's largest wildfires. Here is a map of our wildfires in the region. Despite the lack of rain in central Washington, cooler temperatures and higher humidities slowed fire activity on the North Star, Tunk Block, Okanagan, Wolverine, and Chelan wildfires last week. Firefighters made considerable progress. The arrival of warmer and drier weather this week may allow some of these fires to become a bit more active. We are not expecting weather conditions to produce any extreme fire behavior this week, but we may see a return of some smoke to areas near these fires. The rain over the last week was good news for firefighters and farmers. However, the rain was not sufficient to bring much improvement to our long-standing drought. There has been some improvement from D3 drought to D2 drought in northwest Washington, but North Idaho and eastern Washington will remain in the D3 drought designation, since these areas continue to have significant precipitation deficits over the last year. Air quality is much improved compared to 7 to 10 days ago. This graphic shows readings from air quality sensors on Tuesday morning. We may see the air quality at some of these sites decrease later in the week. Wildfire activity and smoke is tough to predict, but warmer and drier weather accompanied by relatively light winds could produce areas of smoke near wildfires. At this time, Friday and Saturday look to be the warmest days of the week, and these days also look to have light winds, so we may see some smoke build up near wildfires late in the week. The 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center has latched on to the cold front early next week. The outlook for September 16th through the 22nd calls for a good chance of below average temperatures for Idaho and Montana. It looks like Washington will return to near average temperatures during this time frame, with below average chances for precipitation. In summary, recent rains have slowed wildfire activity and improved our air quality. The return of warmer and drier weather may allow fires to perk up, producing areas of smoke near these fires. The cold front, expected in the Sunday and Monday time frame, should help disperse any of the smoke. The potential for rain and cooler weather Monday and Tuesday may knock down these fires once again. Keep in mind our confidence for widespread rain early next week is relatively low at this time. Our forecast may change. On that note, please monitor our forecast throughout the week for updates, and check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to this weekly weather briefing.